Good morning, everyone. My name is Natasha, and I have done my graduation in an honors course in botany, which is the study of plants. For this presentation, I have chosen to show you some different plants with some certain qualities and characteristics to it. So, in this presentation, I'm going to show you 5 different plants with some different characteristics that you might never heard of. So, the first tree that I've chosen is the Great Banyan tree. Banyan tree is a national tree of India and has a great significance to it. But the Great Banyan tree is a little different from it. It is a single tree which is spreaded in an area of 1.89 hectares and is more than 250 years old and is found at Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bose Botanic Garden near Kolkata. The unique characteristic about this tree is that this whole tree is generated or originated from a single trunk which was seeded during 1800s. This plant have aerial roots, which means that these roots are originating from the main branches, getting anchored to the ground and growing. This tree also occupies a position in Guinness Book of World Records for its greatest canopy cover. It has approximately 3,772 aerial roots and is still expanding. One thing which has also happened to the tree is that its main trunk became diseased after it was struck by Amphan cyclones twice. So in 1925, the main trunk was amputated so that the remaining branches can remain healthy, and to mark its importance, a marker stone has been erected to the place of that trunk near tree center, which you can see in the second picture. Due to this unique ability, this location attracts people or visitors from 5 different continents. I hope knowing this you will also visit this tree at some point in your life. So now the second plant that I chose is the unique and the most beautiful thing I have seen during my graduation and I have come across. So this is called Rainbow Eucalyptus or rainbow gum. As you can see in the picture, it seems like this tree has been painted, but to the wonders, these are the natural colors. You can see its trunk. This peculiar tree is called Eucalyptus deglupta, and it grows naturally in New Britain, New Guinea, or all these regions. This multicolored trunk that you are seeing is because this trunk loses its bark annually at different times. And due to this timing, the color of the branch forms patches, and these patches then get darkens and mature into different colors, as you can see: blue, purple, orange, yellow, maroon, every tone. And due to this unique ability, it is also used as an ornament or in furniture also. So this plant is a wonder to our eyes and it's a sight to see. I hope I'll get to see this plant some point in my life. So coming to the next one, or the third one, is pitcher plant. As you can get from the name, it's a pitcher shaped plant and it has very unique ability, or you can say it's an insectivorous plant, which can also be seen in the picture. A bee has been stuck in the plant. So these plants have a unique ability, as we all know that plants get their food from the sunlight and the carbon dioxide that they get from the environment, but this plant gets its nutrition from insects. This plant has been adapting for a very long time and developed to find alternative sources for nutrients. So its leaves folds into a cup-like shape and forms a nectar juice which attracts insects to it, and when they get attracted and fall into the fluid, they get stuck in there and gets degenerated by the enzymes in the fluid. And other such examples are also we have seen in like Venus flytrap, which traps the insects, or sundew, or butterwort, which you can also see in the next picture respectively. So lastly, I chose lotus, the national flower of India, and decides to tell you guys about the importance of it and why was it chosen as the national flower of India? So lotus has a great significance in our ancient tradition, scriptures, book and mythology. So the Bhagavad Gita considers lotus as a metaphor for detachment. Detachment means just as the lotus remains untouched by the muddy waters in which it grows, the human beings should also rise above the worldly attachments that they have, keeping them away from these attachments and keep growing. The second reason is that because of its purity. Since it grows in the mud water and still untouched by the impurity, it represents the purity of our heart, soul, mind and body. Also, it is a symbol of triumph. Since lotus is rooted in mud, but it still stands gloriously on its long stalk above the surface and germinating for the last thousands of years. And it also symbolizes knowledge and the beauty as Saraswati, the goddess of learning, which is seated on it. These are some of the reasons why lotus was the only flower we chose as our national flower, and it is also abundantly found in India. So I hope you liked it, you enjoyed it, and got to know a little about the plant kingdom also. So thank you. And as I mentioned in the presentation, radiate positivity and just be happy.